Welcome back to the 30-day Jiu-Jitsu Mobility Challenge. Today's session is all about rotation. So let's get straight into it and start with some rotations of the wrists. We're going to work up to our shoulders, do a mini shoulder spin up, then move on to another exercise. So with your wrist rotations, you can be a little bit looser if you'd like, or if you can follow me, have your palms out straight and be really intentional with your rotational movement. So we're going to go with rotations inward, and then we're going to reverse that in a moment. Work our way up to our elbows and then shoulders. This is a really good jiu-jitsu prep immediately before class. If you don't have a whole lot of time to do your own little mobility warm-up drill, this one's a good one to throw in just to warm up your joints. So that's where the direct correlation to jiu-jitsu comes in for this bad boy. It's a really nice warm-up. So I reverse direction there as I was talking. We'll go back the other way. Reverse again. Bring your hands together. Just be a little bit more loosey-goosey with it. Just roll around your wrists. Make sure they're nice and prepped and ready to go. So today's all about rotational movement. It's something that we don't really spend a whole lot of time thinking about or focusing on, particularly when we're looking at doing strength and conditioning for jiu-jitsu. It seems to be neglected, but it's definitely a movement pattern that needs to be included in your mobility practice, hence what we're doing today, and in your strength and conditioning. So let's move on to our elbows now. Nice big circles with our elbows. It doesn't matter which way you decide to go first. We're going to reverse that direction in a moment. And change direction. Change again. One more time, back the other way. As always, when I'm doing this, make sure you're breathing in through your nose, out through your mouth or your nose. Okay. Oh, there's a bit of neck cracks here. Okay, so let's move this rotation in up to our neck, and then we're going to work on our shoulders. So with your neck, this is going to interfere with the mic a little bit, but we're going to start forward. So rotate, big rotations, half circle to the front. If you've been doing jiu-jitsu for a little while, your neck might sound like a cement mixer for this one. Mine actually does a little bit. It's something that I'm working on at the moment, neck strengthening. Into the back here. I believe we do have a neck specific mobility session coming up soon. Stay tuned for that. And then full circles all the way from the front to the back. And reverse. Okay, now we're going to move that rotation for the spine. So for this, focus in on your chest. That's going to be our mental focus point. You're going to drive your chest back as your shoulders sort of come forward. So the idea, the way to think about this is to try and push your spine back, but keep everything else in line where it is. And then you're going to shift over to the left, come back to center, and then shift to the right and push back. So you're essentially doing a big circle. In a moment, we're going to add the front variation, but we're sort of doing half moon circles, if you will. So again, it's push back, shift to the left, bring it forward back to center, shift to the right and back. Okay, so now that we've learned that movement pattern, we're going to go forward, do the same thing, and then we're going to put it all together for a big circle. It will make sense in a moment. So again, imagining from your chest, you're gonna push forward, everything else stays in line, shift to the right, come back to the middle, shift to the left and push forward. So that half moon circle is now going in a forward direction. Okay, so that was just an introduction to the movement pattern. Now this is the actual mobility drill. We're going to push back, again, keeping everything else in line, in line like your shoulders, pushing your shoulders forward, shift to the left, push all the way forward now, shift all the way to the right, push all the way back. So you're essentially drawing a big square with your chest. Big square pattern. And we're gonna reverse directions. So push forward, over to the left, back, all the way over to the right, and forward. Now we can smooth it out a little bit. You're feeling up to it, or you can just stay with it being like a square and change directions. There's definitely more you can do with this movement, but we're keeping it nice and simple today, following with the theme of rotation. Okay, that's a bit of a weird one. You might not have done that before, but that's all right. Now we're gonna go into what's known as YWTs. We're gonna be, in a moment, jump down on the ground and be prone, face down, but I'll just show you what to think about. You want your arms out in front of you to make a Y, and then you're gonna bring your elbows down so your hands make a W, and then all the way out to a T. Now this isn't really rotation, but it's gonna help us to prep ourselves for the final exercise, the side lying rotations, which I don't think we've done yet. We may have, but let's get straight into it. So come onto the ground. I'm actually gonna come onto the side here, lying face down. Hopefully this doesn't interfere with the mic too much. Now I'm going to lift up into a Y pattern, almost like our Supermans, but keeping your feet firmly on the floor. You don't have to lift your feet up. So Y, bring down into a W, really engage your shoulder blades together, and then out to a T. So we're gonna hold each of those positions for 30 seconds. So let's start with the Y. 30 seconds-ish. I don't really have a timer on hand. It's all mental timer here. So that's about 10. Remember to breathe, hold, hold, hold. It's a bit difficult. You got it. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Commit to the movement. Okay, now bring it into a W. Really engage your lats, engage your shoulder blades together. Make sure you lift off the mat. Don't have your head on the mat. That's cheating. Nice and tall. Remember to breathe in the position. Don't hold your breath. Don't be stagnant. And out to the T now. Pinch your shoulder blades together. Engage with this position. And relax. Oh, all right, come up, shake it out a little bit. We're gonna do one more of those before we go into our side lying rotations to cap off the rotation day. Today's a little bit more of a chill vibe. We've had some pretty hectic sessions in the last couple of days, so this one's more chill. Okay, let's get back into that YWT. So up into the Y position for me and hold. Keep holding, recommit to the position. And to the W. This one's a little bit easier, but engage with your rhomboids together. Draw your elbows down, really contract into your upper back. This is a great upper back strengthening mobility work as well. Static hold position. And works a bit of your core as well. trying to distract you while you're holding. And send it out for a T. Last bit. A little bit more. And release. Okay. All right, so now we're prepped and ready to go for our final rotation exercise, the side lying rotations. So what we're gonna do, as the name implies, I'm gonna show you a couple different angles here so you can see what I'm doing. I might even face the camera here. We start on the side. Now, you wanna have your knees in a 90-degree angle. Your hand cups the top knee. With the other side, you make a fist. I like to create a fist like this and have like my index finger pointing out. You know, place that on the mat. Keep your head on the mat, laying on your side like this. Then you're going to stretch out with your top arm. Your top fist stretches out and really engages your shoulder. And you're going to draw a big circle by keep pushing into the floor here. Keep engaging, big circle all the way up to about 2 o'clock here. You imagine your arm as a big clock, keeping your eye on your fist the whole time, and bring it back all the way down. So we're gonna go with 10 reps either side. Make sure you maintain your breathing through this. So this is 3. Recommit to this engagement every single time. So every time you come back to here, recommit to pushing your hand out as far as you can. This is 4. Shout out to my mate Joey who showed me this bad boy. 5. Nearly there. Recommit, push yourself out. 6. 7. Making sure you're maintaining your breath volume as I'm explaining things and talking. 8. 9. Last one. Recommit, push out, engage. And 10. All the way back. Okay, now we're going to switch sides. I'm also going to switch orientation here, so maybe you can get a different look at it. I'm going to face the camera. Let's move my mic back so it doesn't get interfered with. Hopefully it was fine before. So again, placing my hand, cupping my top knee here just to keep it pinned down. I'm going to place my fist, make a fist, place it on the mat, place it on the floor, head down on my shoulder. Really extend out as far as you can and draw the biggest circle that you can. You should feel this in your lat, in your shoulder, and also in your upper back. Come around to 2 o'clock, tracking my fist with my eye and come back. That's 1. I'm gonna go for 10 of these as well. This is 2. 3, remember to recommit every time. Extend out. Keep your fist pushed away from your body as far as you can. This is 5, half weight. Keep breathing. 6. 7. 8. 9. 1 more. Recommit. And that's 10. Woo! All right, so that was the rotation special in the 30-day Jiu-Jitsu Mobility Challenge. Stay tuned for tomorrow's session.